So let's get right to it. There's a lot on the market. Most of them are made out of very flimsy material in order to keep them from bending and flopping around. There's internal stiffener bars, and those stiffener bars often wreak havoc on the skeletal system. So the first example I have here is a wrist brace, and the stiffener bar is right here on the palmar surface of the forearm and wrist. And this gets snug down with straps. The stiffener bar puts pressure directly on the carpal tunnel. If you look at your hand, the heel of your palm is the carpal tunnel. And why is that significant? It's significant because the median nerve, which is about as wide as a pencil, thick like a noodle, travels through the tunnel, and nerves do not like any pressure on them. When you cross your leg and your foot goes to sleep, that's not circulation. That's because of pressure on a nerve. Now, when you have pressure on your nerve in your carpal tunnel, such as carpal tunnel syndrome, which we talked about in previous episodes, that causes numbness and tingling and aching and even clumsiness and even muscle atrophy. That is why I don't want any stiffener bar over that carpal tunnel. Now, if I bend my wrist a little bit, it removes some pressure from this location of my carpal tunnel on that stiffener bar. But if let's say I'm wearing this at night or even during the day, if I'm moving and the second I bring my hand back, it puts extra pressure on the carpal tunnel on that stiffener bar. Sometimes if a patient is only dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome and they come in with a big bulky nylon brace, what I'm able to do is this one is thin, there's not much to it, but some braces are very sturdy and bulky enough so that I can remove the stiffener bar, and now they don't have that pressing on their carpal tunnel, and the brace, not this one, but others, are thick enough to, at night, prevent people from sleeping with their wrist bent so it's not choking off the carpal tunnel, or way back here like this so it's not choking out the carpal tunnel. If there's a little bit of motion, that's okay because that wrist brace is out. But in the case of this, without the wrist brace in there, there's just really nothing. Um, there's no substance to this. Now let's look at this stiffener bar, and there it is right there. And patients are usually surprised. I had a patient come in a couple of weeks ago, and they were wearing something like this continuously, and they say, "You know what? Since I've been wearing the splint, I think my carpal tunnel syndrome symptoms are worse."